Hi, welcome back to the clinic's YouTube channel. My name's Brian, and today I'd like to talk to you about sitting. In the last few sections, we looked at how to create a strong sit from standing. We broke apart the different components and used them as exercises. Now I'd like to look at some exercises that you can do in sitting, but first I wanted to talk about how to create a nice sit posture from sitting. I do this a lot with piano, because to be able to use your hands well, you really need to have a good, comfortable sit. So if you can, I want you to take your hand and roll out your sit bone, out and back, both sides. If that's impossible, do it to the best of your ability, even with one hand. If you're on a chair with a back, try and get yourself so that you're nice and neutral. Again, we're going to look at alignment here. So use your eyes, use your hands. Are your knees about the same place? Is your pelvis in the neutral place? You don't want to be feeling like you're falling back or twisted at first. So go ahead and just see if you can do this. And if you can't, even just rocking a little just to try to get that feel of your sit bones. Your sit bones are these hook-shaped bones that we often don't think about or don't feel unless we actually attend to them. The goal of this section is a mindfulness exercise where I want you to feel your sit bones. So go ahead and get yourself nice and comfortable. Now that you're comfortable, I want you to spend some time breathing. Nice deep belly breaths. And try to get a sense of awareness of where your weight is over your sit bones. Don't adjust anything, just feel it. Take a few more deep breaths here. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, now that we're back, you've taken a couple breaths. Now we're going to try to move around your sit bones. So the first thing is you're going to try to bend at the hips. Just bend forward and then come back. Take a deep breath. I really want you to focus on breathing in the next couple minutes, just so we can find that quiet awareness and really get a feel of what is sitting. Right now, ideally, your pelvis is back because you pulled your sit bones back, and so your lower back is arched a little bit. I want you to see if you can use the muscles of your abdomen to pull yourself back. So the hooks of the pelvis are rolling backwards, and you should be able to see that you're coming from this nice posture, rolling back using the muscles just below the belly button, and then grow tall again. Again, take another deep breath. Go ahead and pause the video and try that for a second. Now that we're back, take a moment and just sit and breathe and feel where your body is over your sit bones, over your legs. Now, some things about sitting: the lower and softer of the surface, the harder it is to get out of. The higher and firmer, the easier. The more of your legs that you have on the surface, the less you need your feet for balance and activities and stability. So if you don't have the best feet to the floor, alignment and kind of connection, make sure you're sitting well back in the seat before we start working on the arm and trunk exercises that are coming up. Next thing I want you to practice, so we've gone forward and backward, is now sideways. But as you move sideways, often people have a tendency for their ribs to keep going, to flare out to the side. So what I want you to do is you move over to one sit bone that you now can feel. I want you to imagine your lower ribs have a string all the way to the other side of your pelvis that gently tugs as you get over there, over onto that sit bone, so your ribs don't flare out to the side. So practice that going to both sides. Just feeling like as you come over, can you feel it turn on? If it doesn't turn on the muscle right here, can you make it? Can you almost exaggerate the wrong movement of your ribs being too far? And bringing them in. Let your breath be nice and relaxed, and practice with that. We'll be back soon to finish this exercise.